determinants, which we've kind of already worked on, and Cramers Rule. So the determinants, what we did in Math Workshop, like very first problem. And so the formula, if I had AD and BC, would be what? The formula for the determinant. AD minus BC. Good. So y'all know how to find the determinants. I want y'all to do A through C on your own. Kind of just review how to find a 2 by 2 determinant. You need the notes. Okay. Go ahead and find those on your own. And then I'll call on some people for the answer. Also, people with a graphing calculator, like TI 83 or 84, I'm going to show you how to do a lot of this stuff in your calculator today. So make sure you have that out. All right. Miles, what'd you get for the first one?
4.
Almost.
What?
-4. And walk me through it. How'd you find that 4?
I multiplied 10 and 5.
Okay.
And multiplied 6 and 9.
Which makes?
-4.
No. What's 6 times 9?
Oh, 54.
Good. And we have to do what here? That's why it's -4. All right. Solomon, what'd you get for B?
I'm working on that one, but I got -32 plus 15.
Good. Which is what?
That's -13.
17.
17.
All right. Does everybody understand why he put plus 15 instead of minus -15? It's the same thing. All right. Kaya, what'd you get for the last one? Walk me through it. Which is? Minus? Which is? Alright. So it'd be what?
0.
Very good. So everybody's good with determinant of a 2 by 2. We don't need to review any more of those. Now we're going to use Cramers Rule to solve a system. So remember how we did the really long ones where we had to do it to row reduced echelon form? It's the same concept but much easier because we're going to solve. Cramers Rule is basically using determinants, what we just did, to solve a system. And I'll show you how. Flip it over. Here's the system. We're solving for x and y. We just have to find the determinant of 3 different matrices to find the answer. And y'all just said determinants were easy, so here we go. The first one we're going to find is the determinant of, we'll put just D. And the numbers that are going to go in the matrix are your x and y values, your coefficients. So for example, for my x's, I'll put what? 5 and 3, going straight down just like you see it. And for my y's? Good? Alright, go ahead and find the determinant of on your own. And then somebody say it out loud when they find it. Very good. Come on. Sure. Alright, that's the first determinant. Do I need to go over how we got -42? Everybody's good? Alright, the next determinant we're going to find, we're going to let it be D of X. D of X. That means that what we're going to do is replace our X values, 5 and 3. Nope. With 12 and 24, these values. We're going to replace the X values. Instead of 5 and 3, we're just going to put 12 and 24. But your Y values stay the same. So D of X means that we replace the X values with these values but leave the Y the same. And now just find the determinant. So find the determinant part on your own. And then as soon as y'all get it, y'all can just say it out loud. Did everybody get negative 168? Yes? Do I need to review how we got it? Everybody good? Okay. So tell me the first things you need to multiply solve with.
24 and 4.
Nope.
Or, 12 and 6.
Yes, which will make what?
Negative 72.
Minus.
Minus 4.
Very good. And that was from 4 times 24. So that's how we got that one. And last one, we're going to find d of y. So that means we leave the x value the same. We just replace the y's with what? 12 and 24. Again, leave the x values the same. Replace whatever this is with these values. Go ahead and find the determinant. And then just say it out loud when you have it.
84.
Very good. Now we can have our answers. So x will always be d of x divided by d. And what was the determinant for d of x? Good. And what was the determinant of d? Negative 42. So x is, go ahead and divide those. Very good. X is 4. And what do you think y is going to be? Over d, which is 84 over negative 42. That's going to give us what? Very good. And if you want to check these, just like regular systems of equations, you can plug this in for x and this for y to check and make sure that this would equal 12 and 24. Do y'all want to do that together? Or no? Okay. Just make sure on the test I would go back and check it, make sure your answers work. And that's called, what did we just do? Cramers Rule. Good. It's much easier than Gaussian elimination. That's the stuff y'all had like really long papers and yeah, y'all remember that. So this is Cramers Rule using determinants. Any questions? Let's try one more together, then you're going to do the other two on your own. Any specific one y'all want to do? Okay. So first we find the determinant of the matrix D, which would be what numbers in that matrix? 1, 5. Good. Go ahead and find the determinant part on your own. Say it again. I can't hear you. Nope. I got what? 9. Very good. Do I need to go over that? Alright. D of x. Tell me the numbers in our matrix. And very good. Go ahead and find the determinant. Very good. I got negative 9 as well. And y'all stop me if y'all didn't get one of these numbers so I can go over it. What are the numbers for my dy matrix?
Oh, 1, 5.
Good. You keep the x values. Replace the y's with what? 5, negative 2. Go ahead and find the determinant. And you can just say it out loud. Very good. So x is going to be dx over x, which is going to be negative 27 over 9, which is what? Nope. Very good. Our y value is going to be dy over d, which is, oh man, I put the wrong one. Y is negative 3, because that's dy. Dx over d is going to be negative 9 over 9, which is what? Yes, so x is negative 1, y is negative 3. And for the rest of these on your paper, B and C, you should not get fraction answers. Go ahead and try B and C on your own. Again, you should not get fraction answers. To check it, just plug it in. B and C. Replace your X values here, this will be X. So you replace your Y values here, this will be Y. So X, Y is the Dx, this value divided by D. And Y will be dy divided by Y. So X is what? 2. There you go. Okay. Good deal. Did you? Try that one. Yeah. There we go. So Dx, you replace your X values with the so it should be 2 and 1. And then keep your Y values the same.
What am I supposed to do? Would it be 506 per year and then
Is this D of X? Okay, that'd be D of X. D of X means you're going to replace your X values. These are your X, these are your Y. So you're going to replace these with what? 2 and 1, yeah. And leave your Y values the same. Good. Now turn it. Raise your hand if you're still working. Okay, I'll give you some more time. Let me see.
yeah, I'm not.
And this one for plus 10 for the what? Good deal. let's start going over these. For X and Y for B, what'd y'all get? Very good. Do I need to go over it? No, not for you because I already checked yours. Anybody not get this? Do I need to go over it? Alright, what'd y'all get for this one? Do I need to go over this one? Everybody's good? Alright, so everybody's good with Cramer's rule with two systems of two equations. Flip it. Alright. We're going to start by looking at the determinant of a 3 by 3. It's a little more difficult than a 2 by 2, but as long as you know the pattern, you'll be good. Okay? And I'm not going to walk you through this. It's just kind of confusing, but it's here if you forget the pattern. Alright, starting with the 3 by 3, the first thing we're going to do is take this 2. These are our leading numbers. You can circle those. So they're going to be what's leading in our equation. So you can write 2, 1, 7. Now the middle term, you always have to change the sign. Middle term, always change the sign. So instead of a 1, it's going to be a -1. And that's for every case. Like this will change to a -1, this will change to a -4, and so forth. Alright, listen carefully. Tell me the numbers that are in the same row as 2. Same row as 2. 1 and 7. I'm going to cover those up. Alright, tell me the numbers in the same column as 2. I'm going to cover those up. And now it's a what kind of matrix right here? 2 by 2. And we just find the determinant of this one. Okay? So we can either write it down or just do it in our head. 6 times 1 would be what? Minus 0, which is what? That's going to go beside the 2. Multiplying by 2. So for the 1, we do the same thing. Tell me the numbers in the same column as 1. Column? 6 and 3. I need a smaller pencil. I'm going to use my finger. Alright, and then the same row would be this, right? I need something smaller. Anyways, ignore the 6 and the 3. And we have a 2 by 2, right? Find the determinant. It'd be what? -5 minus, which is what? -5. Very good. And same thing, the row that this 7 is in is this one. The column is here. Go ahead and do the determinant either in your head or calculator. It'd be -15 minus what? Yeah, or -15 plus 24. Go ahead and find that. 9 or -9? Good. Alright, now we just evaluate. So this will be what? Go ahead. The middle term, you always have to change the sign. That's just kind of the formula. Yes, that's all. Alright, so this one will be what? 12 plus 5 plus... Go ahead and find what that is. Very good. That's the determinant of this 3 by 3. We're done. Determinant, you'll always just get one single number. That's all. Alright, any questions? No. I was going to make y'all do 4 by 4s, but it's the same thing as the Gaussian elimination, so I said no, we're not going to do that. We spend here till May doing that. Alright. You always just change the middle sign. Okay, so tell me my lead-in numbers in order and the correct signs. 6. And do I have to write the 0?
No.
Because anything times 0 is going to give us what?
0.
Anything combined with 0 is just going to be itself, right? Does everybody see that? Do I need to put it so y'all don't get confused? Okay, I'll just put plus 0. Alright, ignore the row and the column that 6 is in. Here's our 2 by 2. Go ahead and think of what the determinant would be in your head.
Which one? The first one?
Yep, and then just say it out loud whenever you have it. -6, good. Because 5 times 0 is 0, right? And then minus this would be what? -6. And if I need to write it out, I can. I'm just trying to save some room on my paper. Alright, cover up the column and the row that -4 is in. There's our 2 by 2. Think of the determinant. -3. Good. Cover up the 0. That'd be what? -6 minus -5, which would be what? Good. All right, let's evaluate. So this will be what? Keep going. And good. So what's -36 plus 12? Very good. Questions? People without ATI 83 or 84, go ahead and try it by hand. Now people with your calculator, go ahead and get it out. And I'm going to show you mine underneath here. Alright. Everybody's ready? Go to second matrix. Go over to edit. Enter. This is a what size? Good. So go ahead and put it in. And then go ahead and put your numbers in. So you'll hit 4, enter, 1, enter, 0, enter, blah, blah, blah.
Wait, are we going to see?
Yes. And I'll wait till y'all put those values in. Don't look up here. Ignore
I
this.
was looking at the last
Okay.
because I can't read mine.
And whenever y'all are ready, let me know. You good, Katie? You got it, Kelsey? Good? Alright. Now hit second quit. Second matrix. Go to math, which is 1 over. And you see where it says DET? That's determinant. Hit enter. And then put your matrix in. So you go to second matrix. Hit enter. Enter. So for the test, you can just use this. Now don't do it on a 2x2 because it's easier to just do it by hand. But on 3x3s, you can just do it in your calculator, or if you just want to check. Go ahead and try the other one with your calculator as well.
Yeah, that's because that's the determinant for negative 1 or 22. We cover up the row and the column and then you have these 4 numbers. What's the determinant of this? Plus times. Minus. So that keep change. 24 minus 14.
Yes, I can. You got one more minute, then we'll go. Alright, we'll start going over it. Alright, I know my leading numbers, so I'll go ahead and write those. It'll be 4 and negative 1. I don't have to put the 0. What'd y'all get beside 4? Negative 29. Okay, what'd y'all get beside negative 1? 3. Do I need to go over how we got these two? Yes. Good. Alright, so then I'll cover up the 4 right quick, and I'm going to mark these out since I can. So I'll mark out negative 9 and negative 3 and 1 and 0. That's the column and row that 4's in, right? So we get this little 2 by 2. So the determinant would be 3 times 1, which is minus 8 times 4, which is, so that would give us negative 29. So that's how we got that. Then if I cover up, I'll use a different color, the column and row that 1 is in, I'll have 9 times 1, which is negative 9, minus negative 12. So I have to keep change. That's how I get a 3. What did I get for 4 times negative 29? Minus 3 would give us, very good. Questions? What did I get for final answer on D? Do I need to go over this one? Very good. Alright, so that's how you find the determinant of a 3 by 3. Flip it. We're only going to get started on one of these. We're not going to be able to finish. There's also Cramers Rule for a system of 3 variables. And it's the exact same thing we did for our 2 systems. There's only the size of the matrix will be different, but that's all. So like for the matrix D, what are my numbers going to be? Good. Keep going. Very good. It's just the X, Y, and Z values, the coefficients. And guess what we'll do here?
The same thing you got to do.
Find the determinant. Good. Go ahead and do the determinant part of this matrix on your own. Yes.
It's already negative, we're not changing.
Yes, you do have to change it. You always change the middle sign.
So it's going to be
It's going to be positive too. Good.
We're doing the little thing.
Yep. Same thing we just did.
It's only negative because you stuck in the book.
Good job. You rocking it.
Anybody want more time for that first one? What'd y'all get? 58. Do I need to review it? Yes. Okay. It'd be 3 and what here? For my leading ones. Positive 2. Don't forget to change it. Always got to change the middle one. Alright, I'm going to cover up the row and column that 3's in. Tell me the determinant. It'd be 9 minus negative 4. Good. Alright, I'm going to cover up the column and row that 2 is in. It'd be 6 minus negative 1, which is what? 7. Yep. And then cover up the 1 and this one, so it'd be 8 minus 3, which is?
5.
Very good. Yep. If you cover up this, it'd be 8 minus 3.
Oh, I did the wrong one. Okay.
Gotcha. So 3 times 13?
39.
Plus 5, that's how we get 58. Everybody good with that one? Okay, so the next one we're going to find is the matrix, the determinant of matrix what? Dx. Good. So that means I'm replacing the x values with what? Very good, but the y values stay the same, so what were my y values? And the z values stay the same. Good. Alright, after you find this determinant and I've checked it's correct, you can pack up and then we'll start on this problem tomorrow. So just find the determinant of